Hi everyone, Greeno here and welcome back to another episode on my new channel, Greeno Eats. Now I want you to picture the scene. It's a beautiful sunny spring or summer's day. You've been out for a walk in the countryside, you stumble across a lovely little quaint country pub. You fancy a pint of cider and you're a bit peckish. What's your go-to dish? It's gotta be a Ploughman's lunch, hasn't it? And I'm going to bring you what I think is the best Ploughman's lunch you can make. Let's go take a look. Now, if you're British, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I'm saying about a Ploughman's lunch. If you're not British, you're probably thinking, what the hell's a Ploughman's lunch? So it's a very, very traditional English meal. It consists of 4 main elements, I suppose. You have bread, cheese, onion, and what we call pickle, which is basically some kind of chutney, not those little green things you find in your burger. Obviously, you can embellish it in lots and lots of different ways, and if I'm going to be making the best, the ultimate Ploughman's lunch, there's going to be plenty of embellishing going on. So let's go and see what I've got to put together to make what I think is the best Ploughman's lunch. So first up, the bread element. I've gone for something really, really kind of rustic and traditional here. It's a rye and spelt loaf. You can pretty much use any bread. I'd recommend not using kind of sandwich bread, but anything that's kind of a proper fresh loaf, preferably something wholemeal-ish, gives it a bit more of a rustic feel. This is going to be delicious. So we've chosen our bread. The next element is cheese. And of course it has to be a British cheese, doesn't it? But let's also think, what else can you have on a Ploughman's? You can get ham Ploughmans. Sometimes you'll see them with pate. There are variations involving smoked mackerel and prawns, which they call more of a fisherman's lunch than a Ploughman's lunch. I've decided to throw quite a lot of these elements together. It is the ultimate, the best Ploughman's lunch after all. Let's have a little look at what I've got. And here it is so far in all its glory. You can see we've taken a couple of slices of that delicious bread, fairly generously buttered them, and to accompany that we have some lovely looking cheddar cheese, a proper mature British cheddar cheese, some fabulous ham that I picked up from my local butcher's just half a mile down the road. They make them all themselves. This is a honey roast ham I've got from there. We've got a little bit of pate there. It's just a Brussels pate, a smooth one. Unfortunately, I couldn't get hold of any more coarse stuff, which is probably what I would normally go with. And this little baby here, well, this is a pork pie. Anyone from the UK will know how absolutely delicious they are. Beautiful, crispy pastry, minced pork inside. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so that's kind of the main event. But what are we going to have to go with it? We need some freshness, we need some salad, a bit of fruit. Let's go and see what I can add to this. Okay, so as you can see now, we have added our fresh element to the dish. So we have here some lovely slices of a fresh English apple, some celery sticks, personal favourite of mine, and some lettuce leaves, cucumber, and some wonderful fresh tomatoes. The lettuce I've chosen there is like a romaine, baby gem or something like that would work just as well. Again, something with a bit of a crunch, bit of a texture, and some lovely freshness. So I think you can agree already, this is starting to look pretty inviting. But we do still have one more element to add, and that is the pickled stuff. Let's add them to the dish. And so here we have the finishing touches. I've gone with pickled shallots. I think they're a little bit sweeter. I think they just complement this kind of dish a bit better than a sharper pickled onion. We have the Branston's pickle here, you can see. It's a sweet pickle with sort of chunks of vegetable in. Very, very tasty. Works very well with the cheese, very well with the ham. And I've actually gone for a little bit of coleslaw here as well. It's just a simple slaw of carrot, onion and cabbage with some mayonnaise. Just adds a little extra dimension, something a little bit creamy. And so here we see the finished dish. And of course you can see lurking in the background here, I mentioned if you were on that walk and you stumbled across a country pub, you're going to want to find yourself a nice glass of cider. So we've got a slightly sparkling, cloudy apple cider here. Medium, kind of medium dry, nothing too sharp. Absolutely perfect. Right then folks, so that's what I think is pretty much my ultimate, the best Ploughman's lunch. I'm going to tuck in and enjoy that in a minute. It looks absolutely delicious. Let me know in the comment section below whether you agree with the things I've put on there, whether you think there's anything erroneous or anything you would have added to it. I think for me it's just about perfect, but I know everyone has their own tastes. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, it would be great if you could click a like on there for me. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, click that little button and ding your bell for notifications so you don't miss any upcoming content on the channel. So I'd just like to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon for some more content here on Greeno Eats. Cheers.